Welcome to Tech Bits with Aniket. In our previous video, we saw variables before choosing. There are certain rules we need to consider while choosing the variable name. Let's see those rules one by one with examples. The first rule is name can be include letters, digits, and underscore. For example, my underscore variable 1 is equal to 1000. So that type of variable name is okay. So code is run successfully and the value of 1000 is stored in that variable. If a variable could start with a digit, Python would get confused between a number and variable name. For example, 123 ABC, it is a number or a variable. So it will be get confused. Starting with a letter or underscore avoid ambiguity for the interpreter. Is a variable name must start with a letter small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, or an underscore that already we discussed. Uh, let's take an example here. ABC is equal to 120 underscore CDE is equal to 2020. Let's run the code. See here, Python interpreter accepted that code. If the variable name starts with number, then that interpreter will not accept the code. Let's run the code. Yeah, see here the error. Instead of the number, if that variable name starts with a letter, then the interpreter will, will accept that name and store the 5000 amount in the name variable. See here, we have corrected that code and run again. Yeah, it, it runs successfully. Next, the next rule is variable names are case sensitive. Means, see, here are three variables. The name is same, data, data, data. But see the difference. The first variable is in the small letters. The second variable is the D is capital and all other letters are small. And third variable, they all are in capital letters. Even though there are similar names, those variables are carrying different values. Those three variables are completely different. Uh, that rule made because case sensitivity helps to avoid confusion and potential errors. This might seem like a small thing, but it's actually a big deal. It makes Python faster, so no need to compare everything in lowercase. Otherwise, Python need to normalize all the variable names. It keeps your code flexible. So remember, Python is case sensitive and you should be careful when using the variable names. Let's run the code. Yeah, here you can see that we are using print function to print the variable values in in first variable, that is all small letters. The variable name data is carrying one value, and another variable which have first letter is capital, the name data is carrying two number value. The next rule is you cannot use Python reserved keywords as a variable names. Reserved keywords, for example, if, else, while, for, class, try, etc. Those keywords have special meanings in Python grammar. Allowing them as a variable names would break the structure of the language. For example, if we trying to store the name Aniket in the variable name if, let's run the code, it throwing syntax error, because if we allowed that, then Python unable to differentiate between actual if function and this if is equal to Aniket. So avoiding complexity, you cannot use Python reserved keywords as a variable name. Then next, variable names should be descriptive. Uh, because poor names like A, B1, etc. make code hard to read, and it will be very difficult to maintain that later. Good names like student score or total price make code self-explanatory. So you understand the purpose without extra comments. For example, we gave the name of that variable student age, means from that you can understand that the we are storing the student age in the variable, means that variable will be used to store the student age. Let's run the code. Now the age is stored against the student age variable. The next rule is spaces are not allowed in variable names. Let's see here. We can store we are storing the 4000 value in this variable name take bits with Aniket, and we have given the space in between take bits with and Aniket. Let's run the code. It's showing the invalid syntax. It throws the error. In Python, spaces separates tokens, uh, means individual word of a command. For example, if we try to store take bits with Aniket is equal to 4000, it would be interpreted as two separate words. Means take bits is a different word, with is a different word, and Aniket is a different word. So despite using space, we need to use underscore here and join the words into one valid name. Let's try that. Take bits underscore with underscore Aniket. Let's run the code. See, interpreter is not showing any error. Let's see really the value is stored in that variable name take bits with Aniket. See, there is a 4000 on the display. So we successfully stored 4000 value in our variable name take bits with Aniket. We use here underscore instead of space. The next rule is special characters like at the rate, dollar, percentage, and etc. are not allowed, because these characters already have a special purpose. For example, at the rate is a decorator. Dollar is not used in Python but used in shell or bash scripts. Percentage is a modulus operator, and and means and symbol is a bitwise and operator. Allowing them would confuse Python's syntax and it will introduce bugs. So we cannot use the special characters in our code. Let's run the code. We are included that special character dollar in text bits, and we try to store the string value Aniket in this variable. Let's run the code. It is throwing the error invalid syntax. Let's correct that code by replacing that dollar sign to s and run again. See, code runs successfully. So that Aniket value is stored in that text bits. So those special characters we cannot be able to use in variable names. All right. Let's quickly summarize the rules for naming variables in Python. First, always start your variable name with a letter or an underscore. You can't start with a number. So, name or underscore value means underscore value is a variable name is fine, but starts with a number like one name is not means one integer and along with name means it's a combined one name. Next, you can only use letters, numbers, and underscore in the name. That means no space and definitely no special characters like dollar signs or present symbols. Variable names are case sensitive, so data means data all small letters, data the first D is capital, and data all letters are capitals are all different variables. They work differently. You also can't use Python's reserved keywords like if, while, or class. Python uses those for its own functionality. As a best practice, always choose names that are clear and meaningful. Something like user underscore score, something like user underscore score is much better than just us, or student underscore score is better than just a score or just a s. And finally, never use spaces in variable names. If you need separation, use an underscore instead. So instead of student space age, just write student underscore age. In student space age, they consider student and age is a though those both are separate variables. So follow these simple rules and your code will be clean, readable and error free. So let's move on. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more tech and Python content just like this. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update and drop a comment below if you have questions or suggestions. I would love to hear from you. Thank you.